Can we please stop lying? It doesn't do us any favors. Hi folks, I'm Paul, and this is my take. Last year around Christmas time, this video of Joe Biden was floating around the interwebs.
By the way, the same stable genius that said the biggest problem we had in the Revolutionary War is we didn't have enough airports. Whoa.
And I thought it translated to something like, by the way, the same stable Jesus is said to have is that we didn't have enough airports. And I went, what? This dude has lost it. What is he saying? And the reason I had that response is because what we know about President Biden, namely, he's not really with it anymore. And I don't think it's hyperbole to say that because we saw his performance in the debate over the summer.
Make sure that all those things we need to do, child care, elder care, making sure that we continue to strengthen our healthcare system, making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the with the COVID. With everything we have to do with. Look, if we finally beat Medicare.
Grandpa's lost his fastball. But the clip I showed you prior to this one was shared at a time of year, and it was intended to trick people into thinking that Joe Biden was absolutely blasted, just totally gone mentally, speaking complete gibberish. But later I found out the context was not about Jesus or Christmas or anything like that at all. President Biden was actually talking about a quote that Donald Trump had made in which he referred to himself as a stable genius. And because Biden is old, his speaking ability isn't always the best. The guy slurs, he misspeaks, he stumbles through his speech all the time. But when I discovered the proper and true context of that clip, I got a little upset. I felt like I had been manipulated. Someone had tricked me. Someone duped me. And I didn't like that. Especially because it didn't have to be that way. There are countless examples of Biden saying crazy things.
I'll lead an effective strategy to mobilize true international effort to pressure.
To post a clip of Joe Biden mumbling through Donald Trump's stable genius quote, suggesting that Biden is talking about Jesus during Christmas, you don't need to do that. There are already enough examples showing us that Biden is slowing down. We don't need to make up things that aren't even true. I lead with that example to say I see this happening on both sides of the political aisle. But over the weekend, I saw this. And I went, yikes. That doesn't look good. I noticed a bunch of left-wing accounts posted it and talked about how shameful Donald Trump's character was. And yeah, if I'm looking at this 5-second clip, it looks pretty bad. But then I went, wait, can I see the 30 seconds before and after this 5 seconds? So I tracked down about 2 minutes of what this whole controversy is based on. And here's the context.
I don't ask for much. The only thing I ask for is a good mic. Hello? Hello? I don't think so. Hello? Is that better? Give me a good mic. And I went through 2 of these today. And did you notice I came in today, I said, and this is after 4 of these things. I've been, in all fairness, I'm a human being, right? I come in, and here's the problem. I said, oh man, it's too low. I said, it's too low. So, I had to go. Way too low.
The way this is being portrayed and proliferated by the left wing is, frankly, very disgusting. Look at him. Look at him. He's so gross. He's so vulgar. Look at how he's doing this. This 5-second clip. It's him pretending to give the mic stand up. Ugh. I can't believe that. We can't allow someone of this character to become president again. Now, I used to assume stupidity among people who conducted their reporting and commentary this way. But I am no longer lending that kind of charity. These people are intentionally lying to you. They are manipulating you. They're using you. These are dishonest, bad people. And again, it doesn't have to be this way. Trump has plenty of character flaws that drive me crazy. There are a lot of things about him that bother me that are totally fair game to call out. I don't like that he's a braggart. I don't like how many times he's been divorced. And yes, He can be vulgar, and I don't like that either, but you don't have to make up a lie about it to criticize him. And they've been doing this kind of dishonest reporting for a long time. There are many people who still believe that Trump said neo-Nazis were very fine people. And in case you still believe that, allow me to show you a little more context.
But you also had people that were very fine people on both sides. You had people in that group, excuse me, I saw the same pictures as you did. You had people in that group that were there to protest the taking down of, to them, a very, very important statue and the renaming of a park from Robert E. Lee to another name. So you know what? It's fine. You're changing history, you're changing culture, and you had people, and I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and the white nationalists, because they should be condemned totally. But you had many people in that group other than neo-Nazis and white nationalists, okay? And the press has treated them absolutely unfairly.
Old news, I know. But it's another high-profile example of this kind of dishonesty and manipulation. And you can say, yeah, this added context clears him of looking like a racist or a vulgar person, but I still don't think he is the best kind of guy to run this country. And that's fine. I actually agree with you. He's not the best kind of guy to run this country. We might not agree on who the best kind of guy is, but we can agree that we would prefer to have somebody else. But you know, the frustrating part for me is it puts me and other people like me in a position where we feel like we need to defend a guy that we might not be super enthusiastic about. And that's because we care about what's true. We don't like being lied to. We don't like being manipulated. And like I said, I see this kind of thing happen on both sides of the political aisle. But there seems to be more discipline and caution for these kinds of things on the right. And I'll admit, that could be just my bias talking, because I'm a Christian, and by extension, I'm generally pretty conservative in my worldview. But in the circles of influencers, commentators, reporters that I follow, I don't see the same degree of manipulation and just outright lying. And I'll grant, again, it could be happening, but I'm not privy to it. And when I see it happen, I'll call it out. I guess a recent example from the right that I actually can think of, an anonymous account on X claimed that they had evidence that Tim Walz was a PDF. And with something that sensational, you would think that some high-profile people would jump on it and want to dig into it. It got a lot of eyes. People were definitely curious about it. But that story fizzled out because they couldn't provide any kind of evidence. They didn't have any legitimate receipts. And that account has now been abandoned because people found out that they were being lied to, and they didn't like that. But there are people that I know personally who are on the left who are citing this clip as a reason they hate Trump. And it's okay if you dislike him. I totally get it. But you should know if the certain things that you dislike about him are even true or not. And if you find out that the things that you dislike about him are actually lies, you should call out the people who've been lying to you and never trust them again. They had an agenda, and they used you to unknowingly promote it. And maybe you even agree with the underlying base message of that agenda. But by lying, they made themselves out to be deceitful, untrustworthy people, and they made you out to be a gullible idiot drone who will believe anything that you see. Stop lying. It's bad. That's all I've got for today. Thanks for sticking around. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Is this something you've seen? What's an instance in recent memory where you can recall being lied to and believing in it for a while? If you enjoy my content, please drop a like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Okay, bye.